audio, video is all okay, just give me a quick thumbs up. Let's go. Hi, everybody. What's up? Hi, Neeru. Hi, Ashika. Hi, Boon. Hi, Pallavi. Hi, Vivek. Hi, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. What's up? How are you all doing? All good? Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Great. All right. So what did we have planned for today? Since we've already started previous year questions, we are going to continue that. Now, what we've already done is we've chosen, we are going in reverse chronological order. We're starting from CAT 2025. We've done 2 sets from slot 1. We are going to do 2 sets from slot 2. We've already done 1. This is the second set from slot 2. The idea is not to go completely year wise, but rather to choose the sets that are easier to do. Right? So if you were in the CAT right now, if you were giving the test, what would be the sets that you would choose and on what basis would you choose? That's the idea behind these sessions. Okay. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Hi Anjali. Hi Afnan. Hello. Hi Ujwal. Hi Magic Pencil. Hi Saklain. Hi Atharv. Hi Sushri. Long time no see. How are you doing? All good? All right, let's go. Let's start then. Yeah. So CAT 25 slot 2. Easy sets, the sets that you should not have missed had you given this particular paper. Okay. So the set that we are going to look at is hoops and pings. Yes. This is a set that a lot of people skipped it because the given condition was too complicated to understand, but it actually wasn't. Yeah. Let's see what the set is based on. This is based on simple puzzle, not too complicated. It's based on distribution, and more specifically, it's based on arrangements, that is inequalities based. Yes. So once you understand how inequalities work, yes, when something is greater than something, lesser than something, that's all you actually require to answer this set. So let's have a quick look at this. Let's first understand the given data. This is it. This was the size of the set, right? Sometimes what happens is when you look at smaller sets, we have this predefined notion about smaller looking sets that it's going to be more complicated. Yeah, we already say that, right? The smaller the set, more complicated it's going to be. This is complete opposite of that. The size of the set and the size of the solving would be equivalent, right? It is not too complicated to understand. It's not too complicated to solve as well. So let's have a quick look at it. Yes, already? Nice, Afnan. Nice. Getting 2 answers right out of 4. So this was a 4 set question, 4 question set. 2 out of 4 is not bad, right? 2 out of 4 is not bad. Yeah. Let's go. Shall we see? Great, Sushri. All right, let's go. Let's start then. Yeah, Ujwal. So yeah, we just did a blood relations class on the Pioneer batch. So yeah, it was fun for me as well. Let's go. So let's have a quick read at it. All right, ready? There are 6 spherical balls. I don't know how else balls are going to look like, but yeah, 6 spherical balls, B1 to B6, and 4 circular hoops. Okay, 4 circular hoops. What are hoops? Hoops are basically this. This is a hoop, right? So in basketball, what you go put through the basket, right? The circular ring is called a hoop. All right, that's where hula hoop the name comes from. Anyway. So we have 4 hoops and 6 balls, all right. Each ball was tested on each hoop once. That is, how many balls are there? 6 balls. Yes, and there are 4 hoops. So they are saying that each ball was tested on each of the hoops. So 6 balls, hoop 1, hoop 2, hoop 3, hoop 4 will be tested, all right. By attempting to pass the ball through the hoop. Yes, so what they are going to do is, if this is the hoop, yes, they're going to try to pass the ball through the hoop. Got it? If the diameter, now this condition could be a little complicated to understand for people who are reading it completely as a single sentence, right? So break it and read it, you will understand it better. If the diameter of a ball is not larger than the diameter of the hoop, the ball passes through the hoop and makes a ping, and any ball having a diameter larger than that of the hoop gets stuck on that loop and does not make a ping. Okay, we'll look into it a little later. And then we have just simple 4 conditions. That's it. Simple 4 conditions, right? So from here, what it looks like, is your classic cross hatching question, correct? Classic cross hatching question, tick and cross question. Simple. Yeah. We have 6 balls, 4 hoops. We're going to get a table with 6 balls and 1, 2, 3, 4 hoops. Where is it making a ping? Where it is not making a pin? All it is given to us, right? So standard tick and cross set it looks like, but there is a little more, a little additional task that we have to do here. Okay. Yes. Perfect. Okay, let's have a quick look at the question. So there were only 4 questions, only 4 questions. Yes, that might seem like a turn off for a lot of people that if you put in so much efforts, only 4 questions, they might as well could give 5 questions. But hey, it is what it is, right? They've made the format in such a way that there will be some sets with 4 questions and some sets with 6 questions. We make our peace with it. We try with the 6 question set, but normally what happens is larger the number of questions, more complicated it's going to be. That's the simple ideology here, right? So we have 4 questions. They're asking what was the total number of pings made by P1, B2 and B3? This is a definite question. What about the second one? Which of the following statements about the relative sizes of the balls, okay, relative sizes of the balls is not necessarily true. Now this gives us a little bit of a, a little shady vibe it is giving. Why? Not necessarily true. Why? They could have just asked that which of the following is true. But then when they be very specific about it, it makes us think about maybe something is happening. Indefinite. Let's look at the third one. Which of the following statements about the relative sizes of the hoops is true? Do you see the difference between the language? Yes. Question number 2, question number 3, both belonging to the same set. Both basically asking just the relation between the size of the balls and the hoops. But look at the change in the language. Here they are saying which of the following is not necessarily true. And here they are being very specific about it that it is true. So from here, I can kind of make it out that maybe with the size of hoops, I should get all the information. But could be, I don't know, we are not sure, but maybe with the size of the balls, we might not be able to get complete information. Okay. The last question again has what? What best can be said about the total number of pings from all the tests undertaken? Total number of pings, total number of ticks if you're using tick and cross method, cross hatching method, that is. Okay. So again, what best can be said? And look at the options also, 13 or 14, 12 or 13, 12 or 13 or 14, and at least 9. Now this is giving us very proper weird vibes, right? So we know this is a red flag option. All the 4 options are red flag, because let's say if you get 13 in one of the cases, multiple cases if you're getting, and you're getting 13, 13 is allowed here also, 13 is allowed here also, 13 is allowed here also, 13 is allowed here also. So we have to be very, very careful. Okay. So one thing we can be sure of, that we might end up getting an incomplete bay because of the vibe that these questions are giving. And again, it is just our intuition, right? There is no proper science behind it, but it's our intuition that why would they otherwise ask a question like this or like this, unless and until they are using reverse psychology and they are trying to play us for fools, but we are fools, right? Let's just accept that. Okay, let's go. So first, let's understand this confusion. All right, what is the confusion with respect to the size of the diameter of the ball and that of the hoop? Okay, so what I'm going to do is simple understanding of it. Let's say there is this hoop. This is the hoop. All right. Yes, this is the hoop. Let's call its diameter to be h. Okay, the diameter of this hoop is h. All right. Now, what they're saying, first condition they're saying, if the diameter of the ball is not larger than diameter of the hoop. Yes, diameter of the ball is not larger than diameter of the hoop, then what happens? It makes a ping. So let's say there is this one ball. Yes, very clearly so, smaller than the hoop. What will happen? If this ball goes in, it will make a ping sound. Correct? It will make a ping. So if the diameter is lesser than that of hoop, yes, ball's diameter, if it is lesser than that of hoop, definite ping. Yes, this calls for a ping. What if the size of the hoop and the size of the ball are both the same? What happens when the size of the hoop and diameter of the hoop and diameter of the ball both are the same? Now what happens? If you look at it technically if you look at it, there is a ring, you're trying to squeeze in a ball there. What happens if the sizes are exactly the same? Right at the middle of the ball, right at the diameter of the ball, it will come and get stuck. But that's us using outside knowledge. That's us using our experience with hoops and balls, right? We don't know what is going to happen for sure. But according to the condition, what does the condition say? The condition is saying that if the diameter of the ball is not larger. Not larger. What do we mean by not larger? Diameter of the ball is not larger than hoop. This is not happening, right? So if this is not happening, what would be the cases? One would be obviously this that we saw. Yes. But now, when the size of the ball and the size of the hoop are the same, what should technically happen? According to this condition, there must be a ping, correct? That this ball does go through and does make a ping sound. But that's just us reading into the condition. Yeah, we don't know if it's important or not, but anyway, if the size of the ball and that of the hoop are both the same, then it should probably make a ping. Realistically, yes, if you try to do that, it's not going to go through. You agree, right? You all agree with that? Yes? Okay, perfect. Next, they're saying what? Any ball having a diameter larger than that of the hoop. So this ball is clearly, the diameter of this ball is clearly larger than that of the hoop. What happens? It gets stuck on that hoop. It will get stuck on that hoop, and will it make a ping sound? No. Will it make a ping sound? No, it does not make a ping sound. Got it? So if the diameter of the ball is larger than that of the hoop, then no ping. Clear? We are basically representing tick as ping sounds and cross as no ping sounds. Good to go? Understood the relation now? Yeah. So if I were to combine all three situations, what happens? If ball is lesser than or equal to that of the hoop, then yes, ping. If ball is larger than the hoop, then no ping. This is what we understand from here. Good to go? Yes, quickly type in good to go. Let's go. Quickly type in GTG. Good to go that you've understood this. Yes. Perfect, perfect. Now, so we understood this. This is done. This is done. Now we have 4 conditions and we made our tick and cross table, boss. We have 6 balls, 4 hoops. Let's go. Yeah, we'll start putting in the conditions now. Let's go. So first, let's figure out all the conditions and then make what we can make out of it. Okay. So B1 and B6 each made a ping on H4. So on H4, B1 made a ping and B6 also made a ping. Yeah. But B5 did not. But B5 did not. Now, before we move ahead, can you tell me what about these 3 cells? Should it be tick or should it be cross? Sir, they have not told no that it is making a ping, so it should be cross. No. Yes. They are not saying that only B1 and B6 are making pings. They're saying that out of the 6 balls, B1 and B6 are making pings and B5 is not. That doesn't tell us anything about B2, B3 or B4. Very clear? Yeah, perfect. Now, what does this mean then? If B1 and B6 are making ping, that means this situation is activated here, correct? So B1 and B6, both of them should be what? Lesser than or equal to H4. Then lesser than or equal to H4. Works? Yeah. And what? Since B5 is not making a ping, that means the ball should be larger than that of hoop, correct? The ball should be larger than that of the hoop. So ball 5 is clearly larger than H4. Perfect? Yes, folks. Done. Beautiful. Let's look at the second one. B4 made a ping on B3. So B3, there was a ping made by B4, but B1 did not. But, sorry, on H3, B1 did not. Yeah. So B4 made a ping on H3, but B1 did not. Again, what do we understand from this? What do we understand from this? That B4 is clearly lesser than or equal to H3. B4 is clearly lesser than equal to H3, but B1 is for sure greater than H3. Got it? Perfect. Good to go. So far, are we clear? Very good. Let's move on. Again, nothing is told about B2, B3, B5 or B6 yet. Okay. Next, all balls except B3 made pings on H1. What does this mean? On H1, except for B3, every other ball made a ping. So B1 is a tick, B2 is a tick, B4 is a tick, B5 is a tick, B6 is a tick, but B3 is not a tick. Yes, B3 no ping. Again, what does this mean? This means what? That B1, B2, B4, B5, B6, B1, B2, B4, B5 and B6 are all lesser than equal to H1, but B3 is clearly more than H1. B3 is clearly more than H1. Beautiful. Last condition, none of the balls except B2. So except B2, none of the balls made a ping on H2. So except B2, no one made a ping on H2. That means B1 made a ping on H2? No. B3? No. B4? No. B5? No. B6? No. But what made? B2 definitely did. Works? Crazy. So let's make a note of this one also. So what does this mean? That only B2 is less than or equal to what? H2. And every other ball, that is B1, B3, B4, B5 and B6 are all greater. Perfect. Yeah. Is my table complete? No. But do I have all the conditions noted? Am I done with all the conditions? Yes. Now beyond this, we have to use our logic to understand what's happening. Since this is clearly working on inequalities, what can we do here? Can we start placing balls separately, hoops separately, and then try to combine them? We will be able to make the whole arrangement very clearer now, right? So let's deal with the balls first, okay? Now I notice that B1 is here also, B1 is here also, B1 is here also, B1 is here also. So I can start with B1, right? Let me start with B1. From here, B1 is definitely lesser than B5, correct? B1 is definitely lesser than B5. So B1 is lesser than B5, okay. This is done. What about here? B1 is definitely greater than B4. So B1 is definitely greater than B4. This is done. How about here? B1 is also lesser than H3. Now B1 is lesser than B3. B1 is lesser than B3. But B3 can come here also, here also. So what do I compare it with? B5. B5 is also lesser than B3. So B5 is also lesser than B3. Yeah. What's the last condition with B2? It's clear that B2 is lesser than all the balls. B1, B3, B4, B5, B6. B2 is lesser than all of this. So B2 will be here. Am I missing a ball here? Are we missing a ball? Yes, we are. Which one? B6 we are missing, correct? B6 is here. B6 is here. B6 is here also. Yes, all of these balls are here. B6, B6 and B6 is here. What do I know about B6? B6 is definitely lesser than B5. So B6 cannot come here. B6 cannot come here. B6 can come here. Further, I can notice that B6 is also lesser than B3. So B6 is lesser than B3. B6 is lesser than B5. But B6 is clearly greater than B2. That means what? For B6, what happens? B6 can come here also, correct? B6 can come here also. B6 can come here also. B6 can come here also. Can B6 be the smallest? No. B6 can't be the smallest. B6 can't be the largest and the second largest. So B6 is allowed to be the third largest, fourth largest or fifth largest, but not the smallest of all, correct? So B6 can technically come anywhere here. Good? Are we good so far? So between B1, B4, it can be larger than B1, B6 can be larger than B4, B6 can be larger than B2. So 1, 2, 3 possibilities are there for B6, okay? 3 possibilities are there for B6. Perfect? Beautiful. Nice. So balls are sorted. Kind of. Were we expecting one of the balls to cause an issue? Yes, we were. How? From the questions, right? From the questions, we know that one of the balls will definitely cause an issue because this one. We had already anticipated that. Yeah. Moving on. Now, let's try to place the hoops. Okay. Let's try to place the hoops. What do I know about the hoops though? What do I know about the hoops? Now, if I don't know hoops separately, right? H4, H3, H1, H2, I don't know separately, but I know for sure that I can place somewhere here. Yeah. So I can try placing it somewhere here. So let's go. Let's try to combine hoops directly here itself. Yes. What do I do? Look at this. Hoop 4 is smaller than hoop 4 is smaller than ball 5 but larger than B1. So hoop 4 should be somewhere here. Hoop 4 should be somewhere here. It could be here. It could be here. Possible? No. Why? Because it is lesser than B5. So hoop 4, we are sure that hoop 4 is here. Do you agree? Hoop 4 is lesser than ball 5. Correct. If it is lesser than ball 5, then by default it is lesser than B3 also. Agreed? Yes, perfect. Next, what about hoop 3? Hoop 3 is lesser than ball 1 but larger than ball 4. Ball 1, ball 4, hoop 3 should come here. Good. What about hoop 1? Hoop 1 is lesser than ball 3 but larger than all the rest. So it should be larger than all the rest, just lesser than ball 3. So this is where hoop 1 should come. Works. And for the last one, hoop 2. Hoop 2 is only greater than ball 2, lesser than all the rest. So this is where hoop 2 will come. Yeah. So if I were to put both of these together, combine both of these together, what am I going to get? I am going to get that largest is ball 3. Then I am getting hoop 1. Then I am getting ball 5. Then I am getting hoop 4. Then I am getting ball 1. Then I am getting hoop 3. Then I am getting ball 4. Then I am getting hoop 2. And then I am getting ball 2. Is this good? Everybody good? No confusions here? So ball 3, hoop 1, ball 5, hoop 4, ball 1, hoop 3, ball 4, hoop 2, ball 2. Yeah? We still have that one troublemaker left, which is what? Ball 6. Ball 6 again left. So what did we know about ball 6? Ball 6 can be greater than ball 1. Ball 6 can be greater than ball 1. Can it be greater than hoop 4 also? Is ball 6 greater than hoop 4? No, it is not. Right? So it is lesser than hoop 4. That means from here till all the way where? Till, what about hoop 2? What about hoop 2? Ball 6 is obviously greater than hoop 2. So before hoop 2, that is still here, anywhere ball 6 can come. Yeah. So ball 6 can be here, case 1, ball 6 can be here, case 2, ball 6 can be here, case 3, ball 6 can be here, case 4. So overall, how many cases are there? 4 cases are there. Yeah. Now, do I go ahead and quickly complete this table? If I want to, I can do that, right? What about ball 2 and hoop 3? Ball 2 is the smallest. Ball 2 is the smallest. Yes. That means ball 2 will go through all the hoops. Since ball 2 is smallest, ball 2 will go through all the hoops. Take here, sorry, the other way around. Ball 2 will go through all the hoops. This is also in, this is also in. Ball 1, ball 2 complete. Let's look at ball 3. Ball 3 is where? Ball 3 is here. Ball 3 is the largest ball. Yeah, it cannot go through any of the hoops. Gone. What about ball 4? Ball 4 is here. Ball 4 is only larger than hoop 2 but smaller than all of the rest. Yes. So ball 4 is larger only than hoop 2 but smaller than all of the rest. This is also tick. Last, let's look at ball 5. Ball 5 is again smaller than only hoop 1. So only hoop 1 will be a tick. Everything else will be a cross. Perfect. What about ball 6? Ball 6 is tick for H1. Yes. Ball 6 is clearly lesser than H1. Ball 6 is also lesser than H4. But what about H2? Greater than H2. But what about H3? This we don't know. Yes, this could be a tick also, could be a cross also, correct? This can be a tick also, cross also, depending upon ball 6's position. Ball 6, if it is here, then H3 is cross. Ball 6, if it is here, then also H3 cross. But if ball 6 is here or here, then H3 is tick. Done. So we have a total of 4 cases. But if you look at the table, only 2 cases. Done. Now tell me, if you were to start with this particular set, right? You're giving cat 25 slot 2 and you come across this set first. Should you attempt it or not? Definitely you should, right? Is it complicated? No. Are we good at distribution? Yes. Are we good at arrangements that are based on inequalities? Yes. Is this puzzle solvable? Of course, yes. Yeah. So this is a definitely doable set. This is something that you should not skip at all. Yeah. Done. So we have just this what we needed. We have this. Let's jump to the questions. Let's answer this. This we don't know. Could be a tick also. Could be a cross also. Let's jump to the questions and do it. Sushri, it happens. Yeah. See, in hindsight, it happens. When you are in the battleground, when you are, say, this is just like having an argument with somebody, right? While you're having the argument, you might not be able to come up with a good comeback. Yeah, I should have told that. When do you realize that? When you get back home, when you're probably in the bathroom or something, or when you're about to sleep, that's when you think that, oh, I should have probably hit him with that comeback. He would have gotten a good lesson out of it. We think about that in the hindsight. Yes, that's pretty normal. Don't beat yourself about for it. It's completely okay. All right? Done? Happens, Anjali. That's completely normal. Yeah. Completely normal. See, there, you're not doing just this one set, correct? You're not doing this one set. You have 5 sets to tackle. Now, choosing the right one itself takes up a lot of time and energy and efforts. After choosing also, you should be in the right state of mind to be able to understand everything, right? That happens, completely normal. Okay, let's go. Let's quickly hit the questions. What was the total number of pings made by B1, B2, B3? Let's see if you can answer this. Let's go. Let's go if you can quickly answer this one. B1, B2, B3, total number of pings. B1, 1, 2. B2, 1, 2, 3, 4. B3, none. So what's the total? 2 plus 4 plus 0 is 6. The answer is also 6. I mean, answer is 6 because of that, but yeah. Done. Easy 3 marks in our pocket? Yes. Let's go. Next one. Which of the following statements about the relative sizes of the balls is not necessarily true? When they say not necessarily true, what does this mean? This means that it should not be surely true. It can be false, or it can be true or false, like sometimes true, sometimes false, allowed. So this is what we are looking for. Yeah. If it is true, we don't want it. If it is definitely true, we don't want it. Okay. So let's see. Now, this is something that can happen to you also. What's happened to me? Here, they have given it in ascending order, but what we have made is descending order. So be very careful. Okay. You can maybe have a look at the options first and then decide, but you can't, anticipate so much in advance, right? So we'll just, we'll improvise here. We'll go like this to check. Okay. 3, 5, 4 for the balls. 3, 5, 4. Is it true? 3, 5, 4. It is true. Do I need it? Nope. I don't need this. Yes. Before going ahead with all the options, we know who's the troublemaker. B6. Correct? Ball 6 is the troublemaker. So I know that everything else seems perfectly true every single times. But if B6 is involved, then there could be multiple cases. So I simply scan the options, search for B6. Where do I see B6? Here's the culprit. Do I see B6 anywhere else? No, no, no. I know B6 is here. And what are they saying? B6 is lesser than B3, greater than B1. So 3, 6, 1. Is it necessary? 3, correct. 1 here. 6 can be here. Possible. Cannot be here. Possible. B6 can come here. It is possible. But B6 need not always come here. In one case, it is true. In 3 cases, it is false. So this is our answer. Sometimes true, sometimes false. Yes. Sometimes true, sometimes false. That means everything else should definitely be true only. Perfect. Yes. So what did we target? We didn't sit and look at all the options, right? We know who's the troublemaker. We know who's going to cause us problems in answering the question. We directly targeted that, verified it, done. Yes. Beautiful. Nice. Let's go. Next question. Which of the following statements about the relative size of the hoops is true? With hoops, we are sure, boss. With hoops, we are sure. Yes. What is the order of hoops? H1, then H4, then H3, and last H2. 1, 4, 3, 2 should be the order. 1, 3, no. 1, 4, 3, 2, yes. 1, 3, no. I need, sorry. Yeah, this one says H1 is the smallest. H1 is not the smallest, H1 is the largest. Yeah, we have to read it like that. Again, H1 is the smallest. No. Option B. Let's go. Sorry, option C. Yes. Then people who are saying D, please check, guys. I know you've done what I've done. You've done what I've done. Yes. We looked at 1, 4, 3, 2. We are seeing 1, 4, 3, 2. Please, 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 guys. This is descending order. This is ascending order. Okay. This is complete opposite of this. 1, 4, 3, 2. 1, 4, 3, 2. Okay. This will be a trap then. And a lot of people have fallen into it. Please, guys. You need to be completely focused, otherwise you'll definitely lose on this. You don't want to lose out on easy 3 marks after you've done solving it, okay? Yeah, a little bit of patience is needed. The last question, the final one, let's go. What best can be said about the total number of pings from all the tests undertaken? From all the tests, total pings, okay? So B1, total 2, B2, total 4, B3, 0. This we have already found out. Can you search and tell me the answer for this question? Quick. What about the rest of it? What about B4? 1, 2, and 3. What about B5? Only 1. What about B6? 1 and 2 for sure. But since this one is either tick or cross, this could be 2 or this could be 3. Correct? This one can be 2 also, can be 3 also. So let's see. 6, 6, 9, 10. 10 plus 2 is 12 or 13. So we know the total is either 12 or 13. Let's look at the options. 13 is yes, but 14 is not possible. Gone. That's why they've used the term what best can be said about it. Yeah. That means we are looking for the option that completely satisfies this. Yes. 12 or 13 completely in. This should be our answer. At least 9 will also have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We don't need that. We know it's one of 12 or 13 only. Gone. And the last option, 12 or 13 or 14. 14 is what? Is the giveaway here. 14 is not possible. We know it's 12 or 13 very specifically so. Done. Yeah. So how many questions? 4 questions. How many marks in our pocket? 12 marks in our pocket. This is easy 12 marks that you could have gotten. Easy 12 marks that you could have gotten. Provided 1, you understood the condition with balls and hoops. Number 2, you understood very clearly that it has to do with tick and cross method. Cross hatching is a mandatory thing here. Makes it easy for us to pull up the judgment. Number 3, arrangements. Yes, based on inequalities. Good to go. Yeah, let's go, guys. GTG in the chat. Good to go. Done. Crazy, crazy. Good one, guys. Good one. Nice, yeah. Perfect. Nice. Nice. So out of 4 questions, how many were you able to answer correctly? Technically, at this stage, all the 4, except for this one. For people who fell into this trap, hey, I'm watching you. Okay. Next time, a little bit more patience is required. Yes. If you are being patient throughout while you are getting this table done, full arrangement done, and you come all the way here and lose out that patience, what happens? Nobody is giving you marks for this. No marks for efforts, no marks for steps, no marks for the time that you spent, the energy, the efforts that you spent. No. Marks only if you get the question correct. So be very, very aware of this. Okay. Yeah, this one was silly mistake. I get it. Yeah. Everything else, I think this one was easy giveaway. Once we found out that B6 is the problematic one, done. This one also easy. So I hope this set was a doable one. Yeah. We will continue doing such sets. We will continue doing such sets. Now, since this set was based on, basketball, yes, and we know one of the greatest ever to play the sport was Kobe. Just comment Kobe on the video. Comment Kobe on the video. But you try solving this once on your own. Now you've seen me solve. Yes. Solve the same set on your own. Understand what went wrong. That is when you will find out different mistakes that you could have made if you were giving the paper. Okay. Yes. Comment Kobe, not chat Atharva. Comment it. Okay. Once the video is done, comment on it. Alright. Easy. Yes. Honey is asking how many sets are safer in exam to attempt. Honey, I always tell you the accuracy should be kept in mind in such a way that you get half plus 1 or 2. Yes, half plus 1 or 2 extra. So 22 questions, half is 11. 1 or 2 extra, attempt 13 to 14 questions, get 11 or 10 or 11 of them right. You are in the 99th percentile club directly. Okay. Works. When I solved this one at home, I got 3 on 4 correct. That's good, Sushri. That's very good. Yes, 3 on 4 is nice. Cheers, everybody. Perfect. 2 to 3 sets. 4, 4 and 4. If you choose all the 4 question, once 12, 80% of that would give you about 9 to 10 questions right, which is good. Yeah. You're crossing 98.5 percentile easily. Done? Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching this and at the same time learned something about the kind of sets that CAT actually does ask. What we think is CAT always asks you complicated ones? No. Sometimes we overthink and make it complicated. Okay? Yes? Alright, thank you so much guys. The next time we do this lecture will be again on Friday. We will make sure that we choose the next slot now, right? We've done 2 from slot 1, 2 from slot 2. Now we're going to do 2 from slot 3 as well, okay? So, while you are at it, please make sure that you watch the previous ones also if you have not, okay? Just go to the channel, go to live, and you will see. This is the lecture that we are doing right now. Search for similar thumbnails and you are done. Yes? Slot 2. Set 1 is here. Slot 1, set 2 is here. Slot 1, set 1 is here. Okay. All in next 2 rows, 3 rows. That's it. Go through them, but pause it. If you have not watched these ones yet, pause it, try to solve yourselves, and then continue watching it. Okay. Done. Alrighty then. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you all soon in the next classes. Thank you so much. All the very best. Cheers, cheers. Tata.